Welcome to the Cosmic Busker. My name is Bobby Cody. In this video I want to take a look at Randall Carlson's Kosmographia podcast. It's a new podcast. I've done one video on that already. I'll link to that up above when I get the moment. It'll appear in one of those corners up there. But in this particular video, I believe it's Atlantis episode 4. I'll provide a link down below as well to that, so you can watch the YouTube video in its completion. It's about episode 4 Atlantis. He's talking about Atlantis in the time period when it allegedly went down, according to Plato. That would have been about 11,000 years ago. And basically he's showing a graph and the evidence for, dramatic climatic destruction at the time period. It's called the Younger Dryas period, and he's talking about the difference, the graph showing the different temperature variations, average temperature, based on the Greenland Ice Cores. These are cores that are taken out of Greenland, and they analyze them to determine the temperature during this particular time period, because the ice traps the air pockets of air, and they can analyze the air. It's essentially what happens. So this chart, it absolutely 100% shows that there have been much more dramatic climate variations. Acorns falling all over the place, sorry. Much more dramatic climate variations than climate change alarmists allege. I used to always have this argument on Facebook like 5-6 years ago. For years I have been showing that same chart that I'm going to show you Randall Carlson shows in a moment. And I would show people, look, there's a reason why climate change proponents, anthropogenic climate change proponents, those who say we are changing the climate and causing global warming, they use just about a 10,000 year period, and they should look at us, and they dramatically change the variables to make it look like an alarming rise. And I'd show them on Facebook, I'd argue with them, and show, look, because then once you go beyond 10,000 years, you can see these dramatic changes in climate that are nothing like anything we have seen in the past couple hundred years over alleged global warming. And of course that's what Randall Carlson presents here, stuff I've been doing for years. So that's why I want to show this real quick. I was just intrigued by it. So I'm going to cut to Randall Carlson real quick, and then we'll come right back. Here's Randall Carlson.
Technology was top notch.
Okay, so let's take a broader look at this graph again, because this graph is so important. Basically, now what we're here, this is the entire graph going down to 250,000 years ago. And you can see that the top half of the graph, this is exactly what we were looking at before. There's the 10,000 years, and this is the Holocene right here. There's that 8,200 year cold snap right there. This is what we were just looking at. And then it veers down into the full depths of glacial cold, and then you can begin to see the difference. So if you want to talk about climate change, you can't talk meaningfully or realistically about climate change without addressing this that you see right here.
Yeah, those are enormous shifts in temperature.
Those are shifts that utterly dwarf anything we've seen in the last 200 years.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is look at the magnitude of the graph here. Please, somebody explain this to me, right? At this point, there's nobody explaining that. So if there's nobody explaining this, which really was the norm for a couple of 100,000 years, then don't stand there and tell me with a straight face that the debate on climate change is over. But right in here, this is this peak, this after you have this major warming spike right here, which coincided with meltwater pulse 1b, then you'll notice you have this succession of lurches back into full glacial cold. And the depth of the full glacial cold right here coincides with that Younger Dryas boundary at about 12,900 years, roughly. That's that spike right there, that spike of colder. And you can see basically what happened is that the climate lurched back into the full depths of glacial cold after.
So as you can see, from a historical perspective, once you look at things on a geological scale, go back 10,000 years of climate change, alarmists do, only 10,000 years, it's small in geological time and climate change time. You have to go back tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years at least, and there you see such more dramatic changes in climate, such that the climate change alarmists really don't have an argument anymore. So that's it. Thanks for watching. One more part. I just want to show you this beautiful surroundings in the creek, in the glen, and the big hills that surround the creek. I'll turn it around and show you the other side of you, behind you guys. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. I don't get to see what you guys are seeing, so I'm going to do my best to just give you the view. It's awesome. Little creek with the hills and everything, and there we go. Alright, everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.